Hey, what's up, Scott Balcom here with Imagination Creation Films, and today it is Friday. It is May the 20th of 2022, and yeah, we're doing a live stream again because, Friday, and it's kind of a thing, and we kind of just do that. How is everyone out there in the wonderful world? Things were just peachy. I was doing a lot of changes here, trying to spruce things up. Been working on a lot of things on the side to make the live streams more fun. And then, like literally 10 minutes before go live here, the internet just went gone completely. I was like, what? It did come back after 3 minutes. Whew, but that was a bit of a really, what can I do if the internet's down? I can't really go and say, hey, no live stream, because I have no way to do that. Yep, there we go. Let's see here. We got Lewis. Hello, Lewis. I am doing well. How are you? King, we are ready to review your featured film. Wow. Oh, Lewis. Yeah, okay. Scott Gang checking in. I'm awaiting your R5C review. I won't have one for a while. I will have my hands on one, but I won't have a review for a while on that. Brandon. Hello, Brandon. I had a pretty good week. We've got... the image is a little darker, and it's because I'm going through the ATEM as the webcam as opposed to the capture. So I'm sorry it's a little darker. I literally just noticed that. It is something with Blackmagic and StreamYard because it looks fine in OBS. But yeah. Oh, hey, Matt Weeks. Hello, sir. How are you? We have multiple cameras today. We have, of course, camera number 1, camera number 2, camera number 3 with a mystery lens, camera number 4, and camera number 5. Hey, everybody, that's a really crappy GoPro up there, but I got it up there. I didn't realize that on the GoPro 10, you have no control over the image. When you are going to HDMI. So you can't change the ISO, you can't change the shutter. You just have to accept what it does. And look at this lovely noise. It's lovely. And over here on the right, that's something special, I'll tell you what. But we have it. And if anybody wants to take a guess, what lens is this? Now, this is Komodo. Shooting on Komodo right here. And oddly enough, we have it on the Kessler Cine Shooter, so I can, I can just move me around, or I can, let's just say I want to focus something behind me. Oh, I can do that too. Maybe not quite so far focus. Go nice and slow. I can do that. Go to the window, to the wall. Let's see, and we'll find my focus point right. You're staring at my face really closely, aren't you? There we go. So that is that's all on the Kessler Cine Shooter with the DCC control, which you can't see, but it's right here. It's just the joystick control, and that's coming really soon for Cine Shooter. I'm really excited about that. So yeah, put your guesses down below what lens you think this is. I mean, look at that. It's really pretty, isn't it? And fairly sharp, I would say. Fairly sharp. I mean, what is this? Okay, yeah. I would say it's fairly sharp. Wow, my eyeballs look really, really weird. Okay, let's see here. Do you have any advice for rigging your Komodo? What makes your life easier or better but doesn't matter the cost? For rigging your Komodo, I rig my Komodo based upon the job. I mean, really... advice for rigging it. Rig it for the job and do the minimum necessary. Don't overcomplicate it, because then you got to carry it around. Hello, Kevin. How are you? Scott, I love buying essentials. What are your gears? What do you mean essentials? Give me a classification there, and I'll dig into that a little bit. Camera 2 makes me rethink my life. This one? This one makes you rethink your life? Or is it this one? This one? This one? Or this one? I messed up. This one? This one? This one? This one? This one? The GoPro angle makes me happy. Yeah, I did it because everybody wanted to see the studio, so here's the studio. Wow, that is like 60 frames a second, isn't it? That looks horrible. I hate that. Ugh. Remember we had that discussion last week. Yeah, I don't like that. But, I mean, it's... And look, GoPro is so bad that you have to tap the screen and manipulate the screen, like do this on the screen and tap it to get settings. But you can't see the settings on the GoPro. You have to see them on your HDMI display, which happens to be this right here. So, oh, there's Rex. Hey, buddy. How you doing, bud? There's my puppy. See the shark on his back? Looks pretty cool. And so, yeah, GoPro, yay. Digging the BTS style shot. Very cool, very cool. Is that lens 100 millimeter macro? No, it is not. It is not. What lens is mounted on the Moto? Well, King, you have to guess. You have to guess. Brandon says, is it an Irix? And I say, no, it's not. Justin Allen, I have been drinking too much. All I see is a blur. Well, it's not an Irix lens. That's true, it is not. Brandon says Vista 85 T1.5, only because I know you had some. Not sure if I still do it. I didn't own those. I had borrowed them from Takina to review and use and check out and all that good stuff. So no, I don't have one. And no, that is not that. King says, is it an Ari Prime 85? No, it's not. Make sure I don't have any boogers. It's a little close and personal there. Oh, so minimum necessary. Don't chase the shiny toy. Yeah, I mean, don't complicate your life. Now, I'm the world's worst at this. Fortunately for me, I don't put it all on my camera. I bring it all with me to put on my camera should I need it. I'm the worst Boy Scout on the planet with like 3 levels of redundancy on everything. But I don't put it on the camera unless I have to. Week says, man, I would love to sleep in that studio. I mean, you've been here. So, I mean, you missed it last week, but we got new air conditioning, which, no, you can't see. It's keeping the GoPro very cold. New air conditioning, got a nice mini split up there. So quiet, but the sound that you're hearing is not the air conditioning. That fan noise is the ice machine. It's annoying. But the air conditioning, oh my God, it gets so cold in here. It's wonderful. Loves it. One of my favorite recent purchases have been the sprigs. Just got 2 sets of them, and I have them on all kinds of gear. Best purchase I made since the bongo ties. I have a love-hate relationship with bongo ties. I love them so much. There's not one here. I know there's one on the floor over there. They always break on me. I'm not sure what it is. They're definitely like uncured rubber, so they're not very strong. But I mean, I get like 10, 20 uses on them, and then they're gone. They are gone. Matt Weeks says, wait on what? Wait on what? Do you have any Komodo handles that you like? I remember you using the red record button. I do. Hold on, let me see if I can get. I kind of have a new. What just happened? Did I just lose my internet? No, there it is. Okay. Whew. Thought I lost the internet again. That was going to be bad. I'll be like, nope, that's it. I'm drinking. Let me find something real quick. And just completely walk off. I need this. I want that, and I want this, and I want that, and I want this. And Rex is like, where are you going? So, this in here, plug this in here, and plug this in here. And then we do this. And because I want to talk about handle for a moment. Okay, so I use, wow, I sound like I'm 15 again. Hey, sir, how are you? I use the red Komodo handle, is one of my favorite handles on the right side. And then when I need a handle on the left, I use the Tilta. The Tilta wooden grip, or yeah, I think it's wooden, yeah, on the side. It's very slim. It's very lightweight. So I like that. But my new favorite handle, and I will be acquiring one soon, is this from GDU. What really got my attention was the red and the white, because I was like, oh, that is too cool, because I have a blue Komodo, so red, white, and blue. I mean, that seems way too cool to not do. And I was looking at GDU's website, wanting the red and the white one, and they sell red and they sell white and they sell black. So I'm assuming I'm just going to have to write a note and say, hey, can I just get one of each? I love that. That is awesome. Justin Allen says, sprigs are one of the most underrated accessories. Interesting. Hello, Bill Howard. How are you? You driving around the world? Otis 85 at 1.3. I mean, it'd be cool if it was. It's not. But it does look nice, doesn't it? I will let you know what it is, because I'm not that much of a jerk. I mean, but not yet. Week says, oh, yeah. You missed my joke. I have slept in your studio. That's true. That's true. I forgot about that. Yeah. Can we see the GoPro angle? My mind can't wrap myself around that wall is real. Yes, it is real. It is really fake. I mean, you can't really tell because of the 8x diffusion here, but I mean, that's a fake wall, and flashy. Yeah, I mean, this is my little studio. It's only about 20 feet wide, and it's 32 feet this way. And yeah, I mean, it also makes me look like I'm not wearing pants, which is where the whole man with no pants came from. King says, suspect. Do you have a quick release to go from handle mode to gimbal? No, I don't. I don't use gimbal that often. And I mean, if I did, I would be completely redoing it anyway, based upon you want to keep it super lightweight. So, no, I don't, but I don't know of a quick release for that side handle. On the top handle, I use a classic red handle. It's funny. Every time I rig up a bunch of cameras, I'm like, okay, people asked about this, they asked about this, they asked about this. I'm like, okay, well, I will get the side angle, and then I'll do a new angle, and then we'll do this angle, and we got the overhead angle that I can talk like this, like, you know, hey, it's Mr. Hand. But I don't have a video on the Komodo. The Komodo is now in use, so I can't bring it to here to demonstrate. Justin says, your thoughts on the Komodo versus V-Raptor and the upcoming V-Raptor XL? Seems like you should pass on the V-Raptor for now. Those are two different cameras. I mean, they're the same sensor and the same horsepower, but they're two different cameras. And it depends on what you shoot. If you are primarily shooting big, not big budget, but bigger than small budget shoots, where you're rigging your camera out to be a really cinematic camera and large, and you're not worried about weight, and you have a first AC and a second AC, and you got all the people to help you, then yeah, XL is for you. But if you are much smaller, then V-Raptor is kind of where it's at. I personally am going for V-Raptor eventually. Give me some time. V-Raptor is really small. I love how small Komodo is. Now, V-Raptor is amazing. It makes Komodo kind of go, hey guys, what about me? What about me? But I mean, Komodo's no slouch. It's a massive jump from there. It's kind of amazing. I mean, the Komodo is better and lesser than my Dragon X. Just depends on what you're looking for. But I mean, it's so tiny. V-Raptor is a little bit bigger, but has all of that power and then some plugged in. And then the XL is going to be much bigger. And that, I think, is maybe soon, really soon. But yeah, it just depends on your style of shooting. I usually pretty small a lot of times. And yeah, I don't try to rig things very heavy because then I got to carry it. Lewis says I like tilted too. Yeah. It's got that looks so comfortable to hold. Oh yeah, the GDU originally came out with the cowboy handles. They were originally like hand carved or something out of wood, and they were incredible. They were the most comfortable handles I've ever had, but I couldn't quite afford them. I mean, they're custom. They're not mass produced. They're small batch produced, so it's kind of a niche. So people got to make their money on them. It's totally reasonable. It was really hard for me to justify that. Now that GDU handle there, it kind of makes me smile a little too much. Now I'll only get one, but yeah, it's kind of impressive. Now the GDU handle, you don't get the push button, which is tough. But I do have the Mike Sutton's company Mutiny. I have the push button, my trigger, which is really nice. It's usually on my left. Why does it flash when I do it? It's usually on my left because that's where the original red button was. That's where I always mount it. It's actually on the side, but I would move it to the right if the GDU handle. So, Bill says, not driving today. 2 apartment shoots. Then I have a commercial shoot next Tuesday. Very cool. Very cool. Hey, Night Cruiser. Hey there, Scott and everyone. Just got my Komodo a couple days ago. I got the light production pack with it, which came with a EF to RF adapter that is a drop-in variable ND, which you really what? Oh, there we go. Love. However, my DZO Vespids are PL mount. I think I can change the mounts on them to EF, though. Yeah, the Vespids you can change to EF. Also, cinematography.com. I know it's been a long time coming, but cinematography.com is an RF to PL adapter with the drop-in. So you can use those standard Canon style drop-ins. I mean, I use the breakthroughs. That's the breakthrough there, and that's just the standard Canon right there. I don't use the PL, so I don't use it right now. So that's why. But I'm pretty sure Vespids you could change out. I know you can on the zooms. Wish I could be a fly on your wall in the world, Scott. Well, if you were a fly on my wall in here, I would swat you down and stop that and make you pay because I don't like flies in here. And I had a wasp who I don't know how many today, but he snuck up on me a couple of days ago. So he's flying around, and I found him finally. He surprised me. I lifted up a paper towel, and he was underneath. And I was like, that was that. So you don't want to be a fly on my wall. On the Komodo question, I am looking at VR, Unreal Engine, and green screen for now. Can't afford an LED volume. Yeah, I understand that. Raptor would be overkill, I think. I mean, depends on your output, but yeah, it could be overkill, and it also could be right up your alley. Unreal is pretty unreal, isn't it? I wish I had the mindset for it, because it's really cool, and I really love what everybody's doing with it right now, and I really love how easy it appears for everyone who's doing it. It, I would love to do it, but I just don't have the mindset for it. But I probably will play with it some finally. I mean, is it overkill? I mean, you can always just shoot in 4K. I mean, well, you can always use it in 4K. It's no big deal. I mean, Komodo is a fantastic camera for that as well, so I don't have a problem with that either. The one good thing with VRaptor is you have a much better low light capability over Komodo, which is nice. Camille, hello, Camille. Sennheiser MKH50, your thoughts? Yeah, it's cool. I'm not drawn to it. It's a little short and stubby for my liking. I If I'm going to go to a short and stubby shotgun, I'm going to go to a. It is a shot. That's the short and stubby, right? Just had a brain fart. Making sure. Just want to make sure. I have the. Pretty sure. Yeah, that is right. Yes, that's exactly the one. I was like, which one was it? I had my hand on. So it's a little too short for me for a shotgun. If you're using a shotgun, you're using it to get very, very, very directional audio. In a studio space, in where you would use a short shotgun, I'm going to go more for a cardioid. I've talked about the Octava that I use. Some audio guys absolutely hate it, but it's a very affordable I think it's a hypercardioid. It's a very good audio microphone for picking up inside. If you're outside, then I mean, what is the use case for an MKH50 over just a cardioid? It's not much more directional. So it's good microphone. It's a little price. $499? Nope. 1,200 bucks. That is that's a lot more than I remember. Let me see here. Wait. This is not what I was thinking. Hold on. I gave you completely wrong information. No, this is not what I was thinking, and it's not the one I'm referring to. And I have not used this. So I apologize for that. That is not the microphone I used. I'm trying to think of what the shorty was that I did use. It's a Sennheiser shorty. I don't know what that is. It's a condenser, pressure gradient. Interesting. Designed for spot capturing and recording sound reinforcement. Lateral sections with a focus pickup without off-axis noise. Interesting. I don't know. I don't have. God, I really want to know which one it was that I was. That's weird. Yeah, I don't have a direct answer for you. I'm sorry, Camille. Also using a Moses system for tracking. I was looking into that, Justin. I've been looking at is it the Intel? I forget the name of it. The Intel tracking camera, because I really kind of want to play with it now. And yeah, I forget what it is. The Intel one. I know a little bit about that stuff. I'm going to learn more when I go to to my buddy's virtual stage. And we'll live stream from there if I ever get around to getting it coordinated properly. VRaptor XL is soup's tiny compared to its competitor. It is very true. It is very true. I miss Cinovate. Really love the quality of their machining, their overall build quality of what they produced. Not cheap, but boy, their stuff would last. Yeah, I understand. Didn't know that existed. An RF to PL, cinemadfm.com is it. And that is breakthrough technology. And it will be a little bit, I believe, before you can get one. So, I mean, understand that before you put in a pre-order, because I don't want people sitting out there and waiting, expecting it to come really quickly. Now, that may change here in a few weeks. I don't know. I'm supposed to hear more, but I don't know. To be clear, I will be hiring an Unreal person I don't have the mindset for. Yeah, I agree with you there. Camille, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. And I'm very sorry I didn't actually get to answer your question correctly. Do you have another question, though? I'm happy to help you out. I mean, you're giving me a nice cold beer. That's an East Tennessee kind of thing, a cold beer, as they call it. But thank you so much. Just as looking at the Komodo, just because you need Genlock and timecode to do VR, that is correct. Is it flashing? This is flashing over here, but I don't know if it's actually flashing over here. So you tell me if you're seeing these like black flash in and out. I guess it's not. I don't know, maybe it is. I'm not looking over here. I'm usually looking here and there to try to make that personal. Oops, that's out of focus. That's not so personal, is it? That personal connection. Yeah. Okay, so the 8050 is the shorter link. Is that what it is? Now that's the super stubby. That's not the one I'm thinking of. But it had a 50 in there. Sennheiser. Yes, sir. Shotgun. Let's just answer this question. What the heck was that I was using? Nope, definitely not that one. 416 is the old standby. Oh. I think it's the 8060. It's about the size, but that doesn't ring a bell. 8060, which is a short shotgun. What is that? 8060. Just looking at the physical length and look of it. Yeah. All right, I'll get to it. Yeah, Justin, it doesn't. That's way too short for what I was thinking. I was thinking. Let me just pull this up here. Where's that? Short. No. It has to be the 8060. Oh, what is that? Oh, it's a Senken. It's the right size. Yeah, the 8050 is really small. I have never touched that one either. Replacement for the Sennheiser 50. Interesting. You were looking at the VTC Hive system? No, it's not the VTC. It is, let me find it. Intel camera tracking is the T265. It's the RealSense tracking camera. The 265 has been discontinued. They replaced it with something else, but it's really affordable, and it has stereoscopic sensors that are exactly the width of an eye set of eyes, and you mount it on top, and it does a really good job of tracking in your space. And then you use 3 sensors, and I forget which ones that are. I mean, I'm not going to be able to answer questions on the VR stuff. only what I've learned so far, and it's not much. So, but it is really cool. I really love how good Unreal is. Good for proof of concept, but I would be concerned about a real shoot. And yes, spending $5,000 for just a proof of concept is cheap in this game. It's true. Look at what is it? The Unreal Engine demo. I think it's called 90 Days on YouTube, and it's they gave a few Unreal Engine people 90 days to create some worlds, and I would say 60% of those could absolutely fool the casual and slightly smarter than casual viewer. That they were really good. I was blown away with that. If not the 8050, then it is the 86, the MKH50. Sennheiser 8060. This was 3 years ago when I last used it, but I don't think the 8060 is rather. I don't know. What is the short compact? It's 8060. It's got to be that. Yes, I know I can buy now. Thank you. If it ever shows up. That guy. Really short. Oh, I need to accept some cookies. Need to accept some cookies. Oh my God. No, I'm not accepting that. They're like 57,000 cookies you need to select. Brandon says, question. I have Vistas, but have been considering building my kit out further. Comes at a huge cost. Yes, obviously. What are your thoughts on thinking of lenses as an investment? I like lenses as an investment, but a very, very long-term investment. The real tough spot is lenses have come down, well, high quality lenses have come, wait, I don't know why I'm like, high quality lenses have come way down in cost. Now, Vistas are not what I would consider way down compared to some of the other inexpensive stuff. But if you think about the big lenses from yesteryear, you know, the Cooke S4s and the Arri Master Primes and that kind of stuff, getting a pretty, and the lights, you know, the Summicrons, and getting a high quality lens for $7,500 a lens is unheard of in that price area. So because of that, you're getting 90 to 95% as good of a lens as those super premium lenses for a much lower cost, which means that a lot more people are also buying them and investing in them, et cetera, et cetera. So the problem comes in is it has to be a long-term investment, and you would want something that is full frame capable so that you can use it more often. And if you're going to rent them out more often. Then, I mean, you can make that stuff pay itself back. But the problem is that the more affordable. Did it just go black again? Oh, there I am. The more affordable these lenses are, the more people will actually have lenses, and the less people will rent them. And when you do that, it makes the air conditioner really, really cold. Then it makes it harder to consider an investment. So your payback time is about the same as when you bought a set of $200,000 lenses. So what do I think about them? If you're renting lenses a lot, and you can pay those back in, say, 2 to 3 years, then it's probably pretty safe. I mean, I'm not a financial advisor. I have to claim that. I mean, it's you're probably going to be okay with some rentals and you know, not renting yourself. you'd probably be okay with that. The more cheaper you go, the less opportunity you have and the less cost it would be for you to rent them from someone else. And then, you have affordable lenses like this. Oh, now I said affordable. Pretty. Oh, now you're about to hear like construction noises as the ice machine dumps a whole bunch of ice. I think taquinas do really well for people that own the sets. I Sigmas I think do. I I don't have any hard data to answer, but I have a few anecdotal from people who own the sets, and they don't rent that often. They do rent, but they don't rent that often. And I'm thinking it's because it's that price tier. So Sigmas are a little more affordable than the taquinas, and Sigmas are very sharp, so you can make them have character. Um, yeah, I there's a spot where you can invest and probably come out ahead, but there's also a spot where you don't. So it would be it'd be tough. So to answer your second part of your question, has there ever been a lens that has ever lost value over time in terms of cinema? Can't really think of anything other than S16. Yeah, so for the longest time, I think right now, not so much. They're probably a little higher. Sorry. Like the Cook, what is it? The 20, is it 25 to 100 or 20 to 100? I think it's 20 to 100. It's an old 80s, 80s, early 90s, I think, zoom. You could buy those 5 years ago for less than $5,000 for a really nice cinema zoom. It just doesn't have all the current coatings on it. So yeah, there are definitely lenses that lose value, and I would say the more affordable you go on lenses, the more likely you are to lose value on them. Unreal Engine is very cool. Been using it for a few years now. It's amazing stuff you can do on there. Interesting. Good take. I think you're right. It's a 20-year investment. Yeah, if you get full frame, as soon as I say that, somebody will come out with a larger than full frame camera. But if you get lenses that will cover everything on the market today, then you're at least covered for the thousands upon thousands upon thousands of cameras that can use them. So yeah, is that is it is it blacking out or not? Tell me, are you seeing it black and then come back or not? Because it keeps happening here, but I don't know that's happening here. It's weird. I guess I better look next time it happens. In terms of short-term rentals, I'm kind of screwed since I have a major East Coast rental house near me. Thinking of something I'm going for the vast majority of my life. Good lenses, like Taquina Vista primes, I would not get tired of those lenses. I can see in 20 years me still want to use those lenses. Now I may not use them for everything because maybe there's 20 years is a long time, but maybe there's something that it may not work for, but they're really good lenses. To me, they are going to be as timeless as Cooks and Aries and some of the Zeiss lenses, that kind of stuff. I would say that lenses have the least depreciation versus, I think the least depreciating thing would be a C-stand. C-stands and combo stands, they don't seem to ever go down in value much at all. In other words, you get recoup and estimated. Yeah, I think that's true. I don't think you're ever going to be in a situation where you're hurt. by them, because if you use them a couple of times, you've knocked off a bunch. Probably the 15% that Justin's saying that would cost you to if you resold them. So yeah, you're pretty safe. But again, I am not a financial advisor, but that's my gut. No, I do not see Genlock issue on the screen when you switch. That is interesting. Interesting. It's not when I'm switching. No, it's just showing up, and I will scream and yell the next time I see it happen here. Hey, how are you, buddy? Happy Friday. How are you? How's the world of robotic motion control? Harry he has his own robot now. He's like, I'm Mr. Robot. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. LOLC stands, yes. There's a bunch of them stacked back there in the back. And they are timeless. Ah, yes. Phil, but Phil, you're like you're like the speculation market. Phil Holland posts something is like, I found this beautiful set of lenses, and they only cost $200, and then tomorrow they cost $5,000. Phil's probably the guy. He's probably got a shill in like Japan selling a whole bunch of lenses that he just caused to go. I'm just kidding. Yeah, some lenses do go up, like the little Leica R's. Those things, my God, they're well, they're probably 10 times or 6 to 10 times the price when they were first starting to get popular. Yeah, faux show. I kind of live by the term date the camera, marry the lens. It's a good term. I know Phil would agree with that one. Phil has got a veritable collection, a museum of lenses. Right? Also, you need to consider replacement availability of used lenses. That's true too. Because stuff happens, unfortunately. I love my full frame, but do you think the R7 rumors will be good for wildlife because of the reach, or will full frame merit a better bird photo video 4K punched in? I mean, I'm always about fill out the megapixels. And I know that can get tough because people are like, well, if I take my 400 millimeter and use it on full frame, then it's 400 millimeters. But if I use it on a Super 35, it's effectively a 600 millimeter. But you've lost your, if you're cropping in, you've lost your resolution. Well, I guess if you're cropping in, but you're not cropping in on a crop sensor. I mean, I don't think it's going to be better or worse. It will give you more reach, but at the cost of resolution. If I remember, the R7 is not 8K, is it? Is it? I don't know. There's rumors, way too many rumors out there. Phil Holland says, "Don't look at the Olympus OM21 F2 prices. Scary." Well, now I'm going to look. It's like Phil's like, "Scott, don't look at it." And I'm like, I'm going to look at it now. You can't stop me. I do remember reading about these. OM21, yeah. Which one is this? Oh, nice. That is quite nice. As oh, here's one on eBay's. Now that one cracks me up. That one cracks me up even more. $7,199. Yep. That's a lot. He did warn me. Canon FD to me is the equivalent of altcoins for cryptocurrency. Yeah, it's reasonable. Kevin says Tokina Vistas have already gone up in price. Did they do a? I mean, it would make sense completely. I didn't think they did. Did they? Maybe so. Vista Prime. I mean, it makes sense. Everything has to go up in price Yes, they have. Yes, they have. Well, the 18 is still the same price, though. They've only gone up like $500. I mean, it's 10%, but yeah. Vistas are great lenses. I still love the Vista ones. Still love the Vista ones. Maybe someday. The crash is coming any day. Which crash? Which crash? The lens crash? The great lens crash of 2022? I mean, maybe. You never know. Something in the eyeball. So, oh, Phil might be able to guess this one. This is not fair. Phil, you want to take a guess as to what lens this is? I bet Phil goes, yes, it's a, he'll put on his, yes, it's a, come on, Phil, take a guess, take a guess. You'll probably get it right anyway. Oh, so you're better off getting the resolution versus reach. That makes sense. I mean, I like resolution, and then you fill the resolution with more power. More power. R5C teasing. Ruben. Hey, Ruben. I was wondering what Phil Holland thinks about the Kinefinity Mavo Edge 8K and 6K. Phil, feel free to comment. I know he had some thoughts on it. It is an 85, Phil. So it's a very good notice. It is on Komodo. It does have a very shallow depth of field, but not too shallow. Okay. King says a Sigma 85 1.4. Nope, it's not. It is not. Where you going, buddy? He's like, I'm leaving. Bye. Bye, Rex. So it's both get resolution and buy a lens with more reach. Well, I mean, you're going to pay for it, but I like resolution far more than reach. Because, quite honestly, you can always punch in if you got resolution. Maybe a 50 on a smaller format. It is 85 on Komodo. And let's see here. What else can I show? Let's see. Let's zoom out a little bit here. Whoops, too far. So there's the... I look all blurry. It's like, no, sir, I did not rob that bank. I did not. And then we come in close. Ta-da! Okay. King says, I'd be shocked if it is a Canon RF 85. It is not a Canon RF 85. Phil says, Canon 85 f2 macro. It is not. It is not. Now I'm kind of loving this. Either Phil is teasing, or this is people like this lens. Kinefinity has been tough. Good value for camera, but reliability and other issues are keeping them off jobs. That is a fair... Phil's honing in now. A secret hope it's a vintage Sears lens. It is not vintage. It's brand spanking new. I'll give you that. I feel like every time I come to Scott's Live, I find another reason to open my purse. Yes, make money, then spend money. Doesn't breathe very much. It does not. It does not. Not this one. There's a couple that do. Would you ever use a 442, or is that... No, I love my 442. I love it. I've owned a 442 for many, many years, like 7. Pretty sure 7. Yeah, 7. 2015, 2014. 8 wonderful years. I paid $37 for my copy, and that included the adapter. I love it. Loves it. So yeah, I would definitely buy 442. I like that lens. It's fun, but it's not for everything because it's quirky. It's got really uh, most people can tell it's a Helios lens on there, but that's why they love it. It also flares like crazy. Kit Infinities seem to have released with a full ecosystem, except with their codecs. Their codecs are a little on the fence there. 442 is super fun. I use it for shops where I have everything centered. Yeah, that's, and it's also a fun portrait lens too. I mean, it's really what it was for, but it has that funky bokeh, unlike this one, which has a very smooth and creamy bokeh. Where's my focus point? It's also very sharp. Very sharp. I like this one as my favorite, which is weird because my normal favorite length is different than an 85, and I like the 85 better. Clues. I need to see a pan, but to keep okay. What would you like to see panned? What would you like to see? This is a nice slow pan to the left. How about that? Does that work? Oh, he's mapping out the bokeh. Does that work? Hey, there's my computer. Whoop. There's some lights. Okay. They give you enough there, Phil? Let's see if the great detective Phil can do it. I believe in him. Kit Infinity is just bad at price point. It's okay. It's okay. They have some problems, and I mean they're definitely getting there. They're getting much better. But I mean reliability, like Phil says, I don't have any firsthand experience with them, so I can't speak to the reliability. But Phil would certainly know more and would know. Yeah. Lewis says, Brandon, that's a good point. I have one, but I never know when I should use it. Use it when you want quirky. Use it when you want flares. Use it when you want something centered. That's a good point. King says, Miki 85 2.1 T. And Phil says, ooh, I know, Miki full frame. It is the Mikis. Full frame. Well, they're not full frame. These are they're not full frame. These are the T22s. These are the little tiny guys. These are RF only. These come in a 35, 50, 65. This is the 65 and the 85. They're pretty slick. The 35 is a little weird. I will have a full review on them shortly. But yeah, they're really neat and they're really small, really small. I like them. I like them a lot. The zine is definitely not a zine. Scotty don't like the zines. So let's see the Miki. So I mean, both of y'all were close. Both of y'all were close, but the full frame, I don't have much visual reference on. The Super 35s I do, and was not a fan. Now these, if I know my lens history, these are basically the same as the Vedras, which, if you remember, were some of the most sought after micro four thirds cinema glass out there. Phil, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened with these. Is they were, I guess, they were shared on purpose with Miki to make. Definitely fair. Appreciate this response, Phil. Yep. Got it. Yeah. Super 35. Close enough. When I did the pan and I saw the bokeh, and I was like, oh, yeah, you're going to know now. I have the full frames here. Rather impressed. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Yes, you did, King. You did say Mickey before. Let's see. You would be correct. Correct-ish. Yes, they are. So Ryan Avery, who was part of Vedra, has worked with Miki to do these. And there is a deal going on the Red Komodo users group for those. I will be reviewing them shortly. I don't get to keep these. I have to send them back. But I will be running them through their paces as much as I can. And then, yeah, you'll have my full opinion. I really like the 85. I mean, that's a great image. And this right here, the bouquet. I like the fall off. It just looks really nice. The 35 is weird though. I mean, it's sharp. It's just, yeah, you have to wait for the review. I'm working on it. But these things are really tiny. I mean, really tiny, and they're all the same size. Guess I could switch to this little thing called an overhead camera, Scott. Way to go. I mean, they have it, and I obviously can't pull that one there. But I could swap the lenses. We could do that if everybody wants it. Let me put the 35 on. Since we've already guessed it, let me do that. Let's switch over to, not that. There we go. We'll go to there. Let me switch this out. What I'm going to do is I have the Kessler DCC, and it's mapped on here. So, wow. Didn't exactly give myself room to work there, did I? Huh. I can make it happen. So we will just pull this off, push the button. Oh, that's really not going to give much room there, is it? All right, hold on. I got to rethink this here. Let me just go forward with this. That's what I'll do. Okay. My it's kind of weird. My focus motor, which is right here, is touching over here, so I didn't have any room. So I just need to rotate that down, and then I need to make a note here of the focus so that it'll map at the same point. And we are focused at 1.4. Got it. I'll swap this out. Open that up. And we are at 1.4 feet, which I will do the best to get close. Sounds like that's where I'm at, because I can't go any further. And let me check this real quick. Okay. Got it. All right. 1 second. Almost done. So we're at 1.4 feet, and we'll go there. Got it. Okay. We'll mount this up. And because they're all the same size, I just push the gear in, and there we go. We are wide open, and then I'll just focus it up. All right, everybody got to see that. You got to look at my rear end, didn't you? And we'll just do a little close focus here. Way too far. There I am. So there's the 35. That is wide open. Oh, the deception, Scott. You told us that you only dig the Iris and the DZO. I did not say that I only dig the Iris and the DZO. I did say that I did not dig the Super 35 Mikis. And that is absolutely true. I These are a completely different design. My first time using an RF lens. And it's my first time seeing these it's the first time for me seeing, really. So yeah, I've not seen these before, and I know the Vedras, and I know how clean they were. So I was impressed. Well, I was happy to get to review them. The Super 35s, yeah. The full frames, though, I would be interested on, because I've heard they're a completely different design as well. Alrighty then. You said skip on the. I clarified. I clarified. Hopefully that made sense. Which camera am I on? I need tally lights. Oops. Wow. Okay. Scott Studio is the B&H warehouse. Gaming, it looks like fun in there. It is. It's kind of fun. I mean, I can swing around here. Let's see what we got here. Oops, what did I hit? Oh, that was just the cable. So then we can go further focus. So you can see the GoPro up there. And see where the old window unit used to be up in there? And I've patched it up and installed the little mini split. Yeah, I can take you on a virtual tour. There's my little kitchenette with my kitchen table, and then you can't really see around here, so I'll go over here. Look to there's my classic gaming rig right through there. You can kind of see that. You can focus a little bit better. And by better, I mean correctly. A little too far. There we go. Okay. And then we can go over here and look through a camera. Yeah, I don't think that works. Here's my my bar was a set. The DCC is really fun. I'm having a lot of fun using it for various things. Look for a video on that coming up soon. Da-da-da. There I am. Boom. Okay. So I don't know if I've ever asked you about the studio display. Oh, have you seen the Pro Display? Oh, the Pro Display XDR is amazing. The studio display, I would say skip it and get the Samsung one, because it's literally the same monitor. And it's cheaper. And the fact that the studio display is on sale should tell you a lot about that everyone else agrees. But why do I want it? Because it says Apple, and it's shiny, and it's thin, and it comes with an A14 chip in it. But I've seen no value in it. I don't know how I feel about the 35. Yeah, there's some weirdness with the flaring on it. Oh, well, hello. Let's use the right. So it's a little. I don't know that. Well, I had fluorescent lights overhead. I mean, that's a little weird, but it was doing kind of a strange anamorphic flare, which was weird because it's definitely not an anamorphic lens. King likes the 35. I mean, these things are pretty affordable. I don't remember what they're priced at. Miki RF Cinema. Are they even on? They're probably not. No, they're not. That's the full frame. Yeah, these are only available through Ryan, which is at Ryan Avery. Got to do the. Why can't I? Oh my God! Really? I'm totally blanking on his name. V, v, Revar. There we go. There you go. I had to do the math because from the name, but revarcine.com. You can get these, and on the Komodo users group, there's a Red Komodo users group. There is a discount going on there. I don't recall offhand what it is. I'm not saying that they're worth it yet. I don't quite have a firm grasp. I can tell you I really love the 85, and the 65 is pretty solid. And then the 35, I've kind of voiced what it is, but we'll see real world examples in the review. That should be coming in a week or two. If you had a 25, 29, 35, 50, and 85 lenses, which would you add for Super 35 and full frame? Oh, well, I mean, your 25 would be close to an 18. Your 29 would be really a 21. Your 35 would be a 25, 26, somewhere around there. 50 would not be a 40. Your 50 would be closer to like a 38. 38. Let's do the math. A 50 divided by 1.5, 33. And a 25 divided by 1.5, 16. 16 and a half. 29 divided by 1.5 would be 19 and some change. So a 20 would cut it. And 50, and then 85 should be like 60. 56.6. There's your math for full frame. Equivalence, field of view, not millimeters, because it's the field of view we're actually calculating. Is this attached to your house or a rental space? This is not attached to my house. It is a separate building off of my house, but I mean, it's not attached. It's 30 feet away. But yep, dimensions of the space. Oh, let me just spit while I talk. This is 20 by 32 this way. And then there is another over here, another 15 by 32. And then there is a 14 by 16 off of there. So it's a little over 1,000 square feet total for my studio complex. Sorry. It is attached to Red Studio. Wow. That was weird. I chipped my tooth almost. I lost control of my teeth, and I just like smashed my teeth into my other teeth. I'm like, oh, I think I chipped my tooth. It's weird. I've never done that. Guess I'm getting old. And they're real teeth. They just pull them out. Maybe I'll jump in here. Let's see here. Gaming. It's growing on me. Oh, yeah. I was reading King Cook and then gaming. Get it. It's growing on me. So the Pro Display XDR is worth, well, I don't know if it's worth the hype. It's a great display. There is a new 7K coming. What display am I currently using? It looks ultra wide in the GoPro. This is only for my live stream. That's all I use this for. This is this is an LG U9534M, I think, something like that. It is it's quite old. It's like 5 years old. It's a Thunderbolt compatible. And I bought this when I bought my trash can back in 2014. Wow, has it been that long? Yeah, 2015. 2015 is when I bought the trash can. Yep. In there, I use a Dell ultra wide 49-inch with 600 nits of brightness, and it's okay. I don't particularly care for the 32 by 9 aspect ratio. I'd much rather have two 16 by 9s than a single 32 by 9. It's kind of weird. And then I use a 42-inch HDR TV for color grading. The flaring has a straight edge stop on it on one side. It is interesting, and it's different. All the others don't quite have that that kind of flaring. It's a little different. Oh, I forgot the ceiling height. Yes, I did. Let's see here. That's a good question. No, it's 10 feet. Now, that was me being a jerk. Thank you for answering my question, Scott. I don't feel put down here. You explain it very wholeheartedly. Oh, yeah, it's fine. King Crook. Yeah, 10 foot, and it's not enough. I would say instantly I would want to do 12 foot if I had to do this room again. But my next studio space, which will be over here, a couple of years probably at this rate, maybe 3. That will be a much, much different building. That will be probably 40 foot wide by about probably 60 or 70 long, and it will be 16 or 20 tall for many, many reasons. Most of that will be studio. The rest of it will be office and probably an apartment. Neither Apple Display can be color corrected at reference level, so not worth the price. I'm using 3 LG 5K Ultrafines and an LG C1 55 for reference right now. The C1 is yeah, it's fine. That's the standard. I was thinking A1 for a second. I was like, wait, are the A1? No, the C1 is the reference standard for those who do not buy a reference standard monitor. It is a great, great OLED display, and they just replaced it with a C2, and I don't know what they've done to it. I'm not really sure what the advantage of. The A series is not good. I don't know why they made that, but it's affordable. But right now you can get a C155 for really cheap, like $1,000. It's really nice, and I'm tempted to switch over to that one. But now I want to know about the C2 and find out if they increased anything, because I would love some more brightness on the C1. I don't own a C1, but I've worked with them many times, and they are pretty nice, and they're bright. They're pretty bright, but they're not 1,000 nits bright. all right. Let's see. I can't believe the GoPro didn't shut off. I kind of expected it to shut off on me. I mean, that's what happens around here. And this guy right here. Let me just line these up because I like to be OCD. It's very nice. Flanders is coming out with an OLED for $6,000 by the end of summer. That would be kind of nice. I like Flanders a lot. I wish there was such thing as an affordable Flanders with all of the Flanders bells and whistles. There's an affordable Flanders, but it's an 8-bit panel. I get it. You can't just get stuff for cheap. I mean, it's when you spend the money to design something really good, and Flanders is spectacular. It costs money. I get it all the time. I hear it from all sorts of people's. Interesting. Fun notes. I'm working on the lineup of interviews for the live streams, because I've been saying I'm bringing those back. We know we're going to have Charles Papert will be coming back. We will also have Weldon back for a full video prepared in the future. We don't know when yet. We will have my buddy's studio, virtual studio in Austin. We will live stream from there. And I don't know if you know this guy on YouTube, but he's extremely creative and extremely inspirational. I think of him as the Bob Ross of today almost. But I'm going to have him on here. Uh, his uh, his name is the Craftsman, Steady Crafton. I don't know if any of you guys know him. If you don't know who he is, go look at his YouTube, and if you can't find enjoyment from this guy, I mean, there's a soul missing out of your heart. But we're gonna have him on. We're working out the deets right now to to make that happen. And it looks good right now. So yeah. Tommy says, "Good work, Scott." Well, thank you, Tommy. Thank you, Tommy. I appreciate that, buddy. What are you watching these days, Scott? Well, I'm watching every SpaceX launch. I'm watching every Starliner attempted launch that doesn't end in disaster. This one seems to be okay. Um, if you were talking about YouTube, that's what I'm watching. I do watch Linus and MKBHD, and I watch, who else? Gotta have my Film Riot, Austin Paul, um, Jeremy Fielding, um, Philip Bloom. Just naming off the ones I've been watching lately. I've been watching Brandon Talbot. He's been on here before, or he's sometimes in the audience. Justin Phillip, watch him. Casey Ferris, definitely him. Tech Notice. Rob Scallion, I like him. He does music stuff. Let's see. Retro Recipes. I like that channel. He's out of LA. It's really a good dude. Andrew Masters. He does studio tours, not video production, but music production studio tours. I love that. He's a good dude. iPhone all that good stuff. On TV. So this is kind of funny. I did not know that Lethal Weapon had a series, and it's coincidentally canceled. But Lethal Weapon had a series, and wife and I have really been digging the Lethal Weapon series. It's on Fox, and it's started in like 2016. I mean, we don't watch regular TV that much, so we just didn't know. But yeah, I was really digging it. I've already read all the problems that have happened and why it got canceled. But yeah, it's something I've been watching. Project Blue Book again. I like that show. We watched Outer Range on Amazon, and now there's the new Amazon one. There's a new one called like Big Sky or something like that. It looks really cool. Can't think of the name of it. I had a friend work on that. But it's Sissy Space Tech and what's his name from We Are Farmers, that guy. And it looks really interesting because I like that kind of stuff. That's what I'm watching right now. Lewis says, I want more Mr. Beast videos, but he's still working on Charlie and the Charlie Factory, which is insane. Yeah, all of those are insane. Oh, there's Brandon. Hey, Brandon. How are you? Just popped in. Perfect. Yep. I was just going through my feed of all the videos I've been watching lately. And I watch Steady Craftsman. If you haven't watched Steady Crafton, watch Steady Crafton. It's just funny. He's migrating from crafting over now towards full-time stop motion animation, which totally dig. And he's also he writes music. He's a fun dude. He's got a whole persona thing on the YouTubes. I'm down to watch the new Amazon show. Got to make my subscription worth it. What is it called? Does anybody know? Oh yeah, Dylan. Yes, thank you. We are watching Better Call Saul. Yes, we are. We enjoyed that one, but we don't get season 6 yet. Thought I heard the unmistakable sound of a wasp hitting my ceiling. That is not a fun time. Um, but if you ever have wasps in your studio, yeah, you just need the eighth apple. You can take care of it. Um, do you have any advice for setting boundaries with clients or people you work with, or do you just let it go? What boundaries do you need to set? I mean, there's always boundaries. Like, I mean, clients that want to take advantage, that not purposefully, but they're like, hey, can you do one more edit for free? Can you do this? Can you pull that? I mean, I build relationships, and I I have boundaries, but I also am very flexible. I will get taken advantage of once or twice, but I will never get taken advantage of 3 times. I just, it's it's just it's not me. But yeah, get more specific there, Lewis, and I will answer away. Definitely check him out. Yeah, he's really cool. He's really, really cool. Only reason I have AMC. Yeah, I can say we watch it through Hulu, but we're done. Have been for a while, season 5, but we're waiting for it. Um, I stopped shooting weddings because of demanding couple, but I'm also a softie, and it's hard to say no sometimes. Yeah, it's a problem. Wedding industry is really tough. I got a friend who's an amazing wedding cinematographer. He's not a videographer, and he's constantly dealing with problem clients here and there. But I mean, they're always the loud ones. I do not like the wedding industry. I have shot a few weddings, but like four weddings I've shot, and I completely, and I mean completely botched the second wedding I did. It was really, no, I've done five weddings. The second one, I completely destroyed it. It was so bad, and that made me feel worse than the bride, which is pretty hard to think of. I don't. I still today don't know how that happened because I have everything. Nope, 6 weddings. Doing the math. In fact, that third wedding, I pseudo botched it until there was technology out that I could fix it because the audio was destroyed. Yeah, on that second wedding, I was using the XL1, and somehow during the entire ceremony, I was not recording. I do not know, and I learned a very valuable lesson on that, and I learned that I definitely don't like shooting weddings because it's so much stress. There's no go back to ones. You can't do a reshoot. It's too much pressure, and it sucks. Um, so what is everybody doing? I'm glad the feeling is mutual. Weddings are exhausting to shoot, but fun to attend. I feel for the shooter. Yeah, it's a thankless job. What I also don't like, and this is something that I see quite often, is they will pay the photographer twice as much as they pay the cinematographer, and that sucks because you do a hell of a lot more work as a cinematographer than you do. See, 35 is just interesting. It's a little dark, so that's because of the StreamYard, but yeah. What are we eating tonight? Well, I believe I'm having a steak because I saw a steak in in the uh, in the fridge thawing out, so I'm not going to say no to that, and I'm pretty sure that's what I'm having. Um, did did y'all see my? Y'all didn't get to see my. Let's do that. Somebody else saw it. Um, that was my moonshot that I took with the telescope when we had the full eclipse as as what's his name? The completely unspectacular lunar eclipse. I was like, really? That's not right. What else? I was looking for a picture of a steak. I don't know why I was looking for a picture of a steak, but I'm looking for a picture of a steak. And I don't find a picture of a steak. I thought I had a picture of a steak, but oh, it's on my phone. That's why. Then there was the big Coast soap debacle, where I thought Coast changed their soap formula, and they did not. I may have purchased some counterfeit soaps. I don't know why, but nah, I'm not gonna show that. It looks good. It's a really good steak, but there's might be some vegetarians or vegans, and it might be a little too rare, but it was delicious. Weddings are always want the product now, and then 5 additional edits for something they watch 3 times. You think they're going to watch it 3 times? Gave them up years ago. Yeah, I mean, you're right. It's you need when you're a photographer, you tell a story through your lens, and you're done. You can't go back and do it again. And you get to sell every single thing. When you're the video guy or gal, then you have to tell the whole story through an edit, through the capture, everything. You get paid half as much. You hire twice as many people. Takes way longer, and you get yelled at. It's not fun. Are we eating good tonight? You look healthy. Yeah, I look fat. I've actually lost 8 pounds. I'm working on it. Doing well. They pay the photographer way more. Yes, they do. Also stick. Okay, I'm gonna send the picture over. I will when I put it up on the screen, I will ask people who are offended by delicious steak to look away. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That was a really nice fillet that was chopped up. Oh, it's so nice. Oh, it's delicious. Okay, yeah, you're free and clear. You can look now. Let's see here. Okay, you need to break down how you cook your steak. After I heard your wood smoking techniques, I am curious now. Well, Lewis, you need to subscribe, and I understand you don't have to subscribe, not until I get it back up and running, but I have a raw cuts channel where I do my cooking, and I show exactly how I do my steaks. So Scott Balcom, raw cuts. It's I think it's linked on my channel too, but yeah, it's good. Saw it, and it's glorious, brother. Oh yeah, it's glorious. Well, that moon is gorgeous. We had clouds here. Well, I had clouds right afterwards. But y'all don't get to see the. Let me find the. It's weird. So I was fighting a tree. There. So the moon coming up here. It was just over the studio. It just cleared for like 20 or 30 minutes when it was full, and I had all my oak trees this way. So the moon was coming up through the oak trees, but I was tracking it with the scope the whole time so I could get it. I actually got a time lapse of it. But what was weird was this. This was a capture through the tree, and I'll be darned if there isn't a face on the side of that moon. It is creepy. I can see like teeth and a mouth and a nose, and it kind of looks like they're wearing it looks like a lady in a Batman mask. I don't know why it's a lady. It just has the lips of that. But yeah, that was a weird face. Gotta go, Justin. Hey, yep. Thanks for coming by. Take care, Justin. Thank you, Scott. This was so much fun. Well, I'm not done. It's okay. I'm fat too. Dang. So you like medium rare? That looks so good. I actually like blue rare, but I don't ever really make it that much. I'm between rare and medium rare. my myself. Oh, thank you, Louis. I mean, there's not much on there. I think 2 or 3 videos on there, but yeah, there is more coming. Like I promised with the smoker, we're lining all that up, and we will shoot that, and we will. Okay, it just flashed black. I'm gonna look to see if it flashes over here. I'm just pointing. So oh, it never flashed. Okay, so it's just something over here. Weird. Um, I had a black and blue once, and that was great. I mean, if you go to Europe, which I haven't been, but I've had this, I mean, you can get like a burger rare. They will cook it there rare, which is just, you just show it to the flame. Yeah, black and blue. Um, the steak tartare, it's amazing. I love it. I love it. I also condensed my studio. It's hard to see. All of this over here, it used to stick way out, and I was more telephoto going off this way. And right now it's really wide. I'm not sure if I like it. I definitely don't like seeing this shadow right here. That really bothers me, and it's coming from that light, which I can't fix. If I turn it up, then I get more shadow. If I turn it down, then I have more shadow. Can't win. Yeah, I don't know if I like the wide. I don't know. Oh, dribble on me? What is that? Why is food so much better in Europe? Because they don't have the FDA and the CDC, and they eat food the way it was intended originally. uh, I'm back. Hey, I'm back. Yay, must be the money. Okay, I'm back. Do you see me? Do you see me? Everybody see me? Everybody, let's see if this will update. Please try again later. No super chats. Okay, cool. Back. Neck? This says back. There we go. Whew. Whew. I don't know what that was about. I don't know what that was about at all. Let's go live here. Okay, so we're fine. Okay. Weird. Yeah, this little PC right here just like lost its Ethernet. Just lost it. Okay, y'all see video, right? That you should. You see me? YouTube didn't like my clutter question. No, I mean, I clicked I clicked this button and it just went black, and I was like, what? I thought the GoPro had died, but it was the internet. Okay, cool. We back. All right. So yeah, I am not the person to talk about decluttering. I have zero useful information on decluttering because I don't know how to declutter. What's up, Rex? What you doing? You being a good boy? What are you doing? You want to oh, can't see him. Can't go down anymore. There he is. What's up, buddy? What's up? We have to move Lewis's question here. Oh, you can't see him. Okay. Moving me back. I gotta reline me up. There. Boom. Okay. All right. Do I need to have less things to optimize? I mean, if you can function that way with less things, you'll be a much better at everything. You don't need a lot of stuff to make things happen. But again, I'm the world's worst at this. So why won't it connect my chat? Let me see if I can change the chat here. Top chat. Will it reconnect? Live chat. I'm glad it didn't disconnect though. That was a job. Probably disconnected everywhere else. Okay, YouTube didn't let me. You see me? Yep. You look crispy. I'm only 720p crispy though, because I'm not going to pay $50 a month. Brandon back. There we go. So you're saying you overpack, underpack? Oh, I overpack like crazy. I definitely. But I mean, you should underpack. If you could just carry around a simple camera with a simple zoom lens, I mean, you'll get so much more than if you're worrying about, well, I need the right image with the right, I think I need this kind of filtration. I mean, all of that slows you down and makes you less creative. It's my 2 cents worth. I thought that cleaning my environment would help me edit better because after a while, everything looks the same. Maybe it's just editing fatigue. I like to keep fun and entertaining things around me when I edit, like figurines, just anything that I can look away and get a smile real quick or something like that. Back later. Need to do my evening thrill seeking. Hi, Kevin. Thanks for hanging out. Okay. I always wondered 720p with a good lens is better than 4K with a bad lens. Action camera, iPhone lens. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's. Serve the story, number one, but you can make 720p look quite nice if you feed it really nice information. The old phrase, garbage in, garbage out. That's from television, ABC specifically. I pack for what I have to do, not what I want to do. That is the right way to do it, Brandon, but I rig my camera for what I need to do, but I pack everything in case I want to do it. I'll bring some stuff. I'm the worst on my van adventures. Oh my God, I bring so much stuff unnecessarily. And there's tons of stuff that I've never even touched it. I've been on several adventures with all my gear. I end up shooting with the same stuff over and over again, which should tell you, don't overpack. It's not necessary. But this next trip, I actually have plans to shoot specifically on some of those other lenses. It'll be interesting. See if I actually do it. Cinegear. Anybody going to Cinegear? I am getting closer and closer and closer to actually pulling it off where I might be able to go. Getting really close. Really close. Might be able to pull it off. Anybody else going to be there? Phil, you going to be there? Phil, you even here? Phil's probably not here anymore. Phil's probably... Lewis, did you comment on my my meat? Um, I need to learn from you. I bring everything and I justify it by trying to use it all at once. Oh, yeah. And you slow yourself down. I literally, when I'm packing, I will there might be like a really cool rock formation. And because of that, I'm going to want this macro. But maybe it's got a little hole in it and maybe there's something inside. Oh, I should bring the probe. And then before you know it, I have literally everything. Yes, that's what pre-production is for. Assuming you're part of the process, yes. Pre-production definitely saves you from overpacking, for sure. I mean, and that's on bigger gigs, for sure. Pre-production is everything and useful, very, very useful. Let's see here. Oh, I'm out of focus. There we go. Oh, look at that. I'm all teary-eyed up. Well, that doesn't look good. I look like Walter. There we go. And we still have Mr. Hands. And the noisy GoPro. What else do we have on the floor? Man, for so long I could never use this camera or use that shot. I see this 60 frames a second stuff really sucks. Because I always had stuff that you couldn't see. I've whittled down quite a bit on that stuff lately. I'm very, very glad that I have. There we go. All right, who's got questions? Who's got comments? Who's got things they're working on? Who's got things that they're being creative with? What are you guys all doing? I need to pause this for a minute. I can't believe you two let me swap over. That was weird. I also don't know why that thing was dying. That was weird too. Subbed. Much love. Boop-de-doo. I'm waiting for Brandon's comment to show up so I can post it. There we go. I have work coming up where I'm doing a success story for a brand. Very cool. Going to be in your boat, Scott Balcom. There is no being done in shooting. Simply put, bring everything. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, there's no way because you want to do the best job, so you want to make sure you have everything, and yeah, you don't want to be caught. We should swap out for the 65, shouldn't we? I think we should. I think we're going to swap out for the 65 over here. Let's do that. We're going to do this here. Rotate this off. Push this. And then we are at focus. Okay, got it. Mapped it. I have to, since I have my focus motor mapped, I need to okay, got it. I have to put the lens back on at the same focus because otherwise I'd have to remap my gear. Okay. There we go. All right. So we'll take this back. Take this back and this back. And we're going to put the correct one on this one because that's definitely not the right one. That goes there. This goes here. And then we go here. And we focus this up. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's nice. That's real nice. That's the 65, and I'm not in focus anymore. A little more height on that. Yeah. it looks nice. It's not quite as bocalicious as the 85 was, but it's nice. That's an that's about I think that's about 75 right there. But that's full frame too, so and manual focus. There's your 65. Okay, is that you can see that? Yeah, you can. Yes, that is a clear V mount. How did you see that? Wow, good job. Yeah, that is my blue shape clear. You know how much I love me some blue shape batteries, and that clear one was kind of a cool battery. I just loved it. Um, let's see. You are right. Preparation is highly underrated. Yep. Scott, you said you have 3 times redundancy. Did you mean for audio, or do you have backups for your video as well? Oh, yeah. I will actually pack 3 cameras, always. Audio, I have 3. We talked about that before. The 3 levels of audio that I record at the same time. I bring separate lenses that can take over if something breaks. I have backups for backups for backups. Well, I usually just do. I mean, if it's a big job, I do 3, but I do 2 at least on everything. And then when I'm on like my trips, everything has there are 2 backups for everything. I have 3 times everything. Dylan, hey, is there any way you can make a video to demonstrate how the Red Gemini sounds when recording with just the internal microphone? Yeah, do it. I can do it right now. I don't need to make a video for it. I can do it. I mean, it's not impressive. Don't read anything into that. I will just power this one up, hook it up to the switcher, and then you'll hear it. Why is that song stuck in my head? I don't know. That's so weird. Such a weird one, Mr. Scott. Why are you singing the Grinch's song? It's a weird one for you indeed. It's the one you... Mr. Scott. There won't be any audio. I mean, yes, there's going to be audio. There won't be any video because I don't have a lens on here. I don't have a lens. I don't need a lens. And we'll just make sure we're getting audio here. We're going in channel 3 and channel 4, which we are going to change over real quick. Channel 1 and channel 2, we will do channel 3, channel 4, turn off, none. Okay. Now we're at channel 1 and channel 2, camera internal, and good. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? Okay, it's not very loud, but ooh. Hey, what's up? There we go. All right. So let's do 5. Do you hear audio? You should hear audio. Do you hear it? It probably should not sound very good either. Let me know if you hear it, and then I will do a quick demonstration. Somebody give me a thumbs up for audio. Thumbs up for audio. Thumbs up. Thumbs up for audio. Yep, yep. Yep. That's enough for just scratch audio too. It's just scratch audio. Are y'all hearing it or not? I can't tell. No one's giving me a thumbs up. No one can hear me. Probably why. Hey, could y'all not hear me the whole time? Let me know if you could or could not. Let me turn that off right now. That microphone should have worked. Were y'all not hearing me the whole time I was talking? Preamp is all the way up. should be sending audio out HDMI. Is it working? Huh, that was better. Okay, so you could hear it. It was super muffled, but could hear it. Okay. Hold on, Josh. Let me switch it. There. Okay. So that's at me pointed directly at it. Is it distorted? Um, yeah. Maybe it might be turned up too much on the gain. Let me do a real quick check here. Settings, audio, test. Oh, that's horrible. Let me turn that up. How's that? How's that? How's that? How's that? No. Come on. How about that? That should be nice and loud. Well, it's not really coming up loud, is it? Anyway, that's the room mic, and you can definitely tell it's a scratch track. It's okay. I would not want to use it otherwise. Switching back, test. That's really hot. Let's go back down. Test. There we go. All right, cool. Does that work? Let me know if that works. Horrible, quiet. I can't turn it up. It's up all the way on the audio. I don't have any other preamp gain. It's not going to be headphone. Preamp gain is all the way up. 0 dB. Yep. That's it. Not distorted, just very quiet. Got it. Okay. Horrible. Yep. Let me laugh. The Brandon can hear, but sounded like it's negative. It's definitely cranked up. Wonder why the audio is not. Test. No, that's way down. That's at 0 dB. Test. Well, that's pretty loud. So, I mean, I'm getting. Let's see what I'm getting signal wise. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not peaking inside camera. It's about 12 dB down, and its gain is all the way up on that, which is what I do for the scratch audio. But yeah, that should answer. Here we go. Let's see here. Sounds like a tin can. Well, I mean, scratch audio. That's what it's for. It's definitely not pro audio. Let's see here. Way B, way better. Yep. Let me make sure I turned it back on. Okay. Brandon says, it's been lowering in cost so much, it's almost a no-brainer. Kesslet's second shooters. The the older kits do, but there's so much more that, well, they are very useful, still useful today. Wow, I have a sneeze coming. Trying to hold it off instead of actually make it happen. Okay. Well, I don't know why I yawned that one out. That's weird. That's gone. Okay. Yeah, Kessler second shooters, the older kits, going for as low as 400 to 500, and so much. Yeah, I mean, just having any kind of motion for a one-man band is absolutely worth it. The second shooters are fantastic. The original ones are probably, well, they're clearly my least favorite. The second shooter pluses are what I would, if you're going for the cheapest, those would be good because they have the Wi-Fi, and I really like that. But the second shooter pros, which you probably won't find very cheap, have much better Wi-Fi. So yeah. But yeah, they're definitely worth it. Do I know? I do not know that steak. 400 is a steal for those if you just want to get a camera moving on a solo shoot. And Josh would know. Did you just come hang out, Josh, because I called my moon unspectacular? The only thing I battle at times is the noise level. Those motors can get loud. I can't say anything. They the very slow motors can get loud. They can indeed. Um, yeah, like the 200 and the 500. Well, the 500 series is really loud, but that's literally designed for time lapse only. Um, let's see here. Upgrade your motor, Brandon. I like it. Josh laughing. I got you up next to the Starliner docking stream. Oh, very unspectacular. Happens all the time. Yeah, Josh is the one that got me on the unspectacular kick because I couldn't believe Neil deGrasse Tyson not only said it once, but he's been saying it every year that a lunar eclipse is unspectacular. And it's just weird. It's quite spectacular. And Josh was railing on it for I think about 2 days. You were constantly posting a pic. Look, here's another unspectacular moonshot that can't be recreated twice. Is the Starliner going to be able to actually dock? I hadn't noticed. Oh, it is Friday, isn't it? Yeah, it's supposed to dock today because they got problems. Uh, they had a thruster fail after 1 second, and then the backup thruster failed in 25 seconds. That is not a good thing. Yeah, I was triggered. Here's a good. Oh, I can't show that one because I don't have my HDMI plugged in. Here's a picture that should untrigger you, Josh. And yeah, love that one. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. And then yeah, I love that. I was really lucky that they had them all close together that time. But it's all closed now. They won't let anybody in unless Josh, you can make a phone call for me. It should be docking about half an hour. It's a couple 100 meters from the ISS. Interesting. Yeah, the VLA is really cool. I always wanted to go there, and I got to go there that one time, and I was like, oh, I just want to spend days and days here. But it was the storms were coming in, and there was like serious hail everywhere, and I was like, nah, I probably shouldn't be here. Not to mention they kept running me off. But it was cool. I don't have another one. I do have another one. Boom! I love that. The storms were insane, but I mean, look at that lightning. See that lightning bolt? That's awesome. That was such a good capture. I'm definitely not showing that. Let's see. Yep. Speaking of, there's Neil deGrasse Tyson. Lunar eclipses are so unspectacular that if anybody told you what was happening to the moon, you'd probably not notice at all. And see my response. Yeah, just like roses. Roses bloom every day. But if you don't stop and smell them. Dude, I was blessed to be able to camp directly under those for about a week straight, shooting on timescapes. Incredible experience, great shots. Yeah, the timescapes was so cool. I'm still waiting to see his other movie. It's still not released yet, right? Old Tom, he He just beats to his own drum, got his own timeline. Man, that sneeze really messed up my nose. I'm not even enjoying one of these today. Mustache hair. it was like, okay, so what else is everybody working on? No one going to Cine Gear? No one at all? All right. Yeah, I'll probably, yeah, I can't say the word because then I get dinged. But I'll probably just enjoy that in the pool right after steak time, which right now, wow, Scott, rookie mistake. There we go. That's my auto pan on my tripod. I kicked the leg instead of my dog. Let's see. All right, who's got questions? Who's got comments? Let's get some conversation going. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. The dog is like laying down. Come on, let's go. Come on. I can't enjoy it right now because it'll be dinner time shortly. Man, my nose is so. That's weird. All from that sneeze. That didn't happen. It's a lot of wasted on that. Anybody got any suggestions for people I should interview on here, have on the live stream? I'm all for reaching out to people and see if I can get them out here. Creative people who inspire, film people who inspire. I love all that. Wow, everybody's so quiet now. So quiet. I have not sold any of my second shooters. I still have my original. I have 2 originals, a plus, and 2 pros. And there's a reason I haven't sold them yet. Plus I use them. And there's cool stuff coming. All right. Well, if y'all aren't going to chat, then I'll close this out early, and we'll just send you home without your supper. No problem. I don't know why I'm like untalkative right now for some reason. I should be more talkative. What was the first camera you ever bought? Still have it. Does it have to be one that I bought, or can it be my first camera? Because if it's my first camera, I will go get it. It's in here because I still have it, and it was there we go. Yeah, it's right. Wow, there we go. There it is. Yep, looking for the old briefcase. There. Okay, and then, oh, wow, I run into that, and, oh, yep, run into there. Rex is like, what are you doing? All right. First cam, right here. So this is my father's camera, right here. I'm gonna, first, let me, ow, why do they have these knuckle busters? Yeah, okay. I will move these over here, and I'll just open it up here. I was like, it'd be funny if it like opened it up and it was like something completely different. Who used that for that? Okay. And this is my first camera as a Miranda Model F. I'll close this so you can see it. It is a nice little 35 millimeter. This was my father's from I think the late 60s, made in Japan. It's cool. I loves it a lot. The Miranda. And yeah, I still have it because You got to keep your first camera. Look at that. There you go. Nice. 35 millimeter. And then I have a lens. And this one is a 28 or 35? What is this? It's a 50 millimeter, 1.8. Okay. And this one is the telephoto. And this one's like 100, I think. $135 is my little. Phil, you don't have one of these. It declicked itself actually, which is hilarious. I didn't even know what declick was back then, but what does it say? Made in. It says passed. It passed the quality. This is a Lentar lens. Yeah, that was my first one there. And then the case that my father, he made out of foam, and then he spray painted it black. And then there's the lens hood that Epcot. This is literally from like 1981 or 82, whenever Epcot first opened. Oh, good times, good times. There we go, that goes around. Man, I had such a good time. My dad had upgraded to the Canon 8E1 program, and he gave this one to me. I even have the instruction manual. I mean, how cool is that? Gave this one to me, and I've never. There we go. The Lee Balcom photography. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I had a light meter. He gave me a light meter that worked half the time. It was very mechanical. And so I would basically tell him, hey, I want to shoot this. He would go onto his AE1, switch the ISO over to what I was shooting. I was shooting 100. And then he would go and meter it, and he'd go, okay, you want to be at a f5.6. It's fun times. Super sticker. Thank you, Tommy, for that. In amazing condition. Well, yes, I definitely, wow, I've skipped over a whole lot here. Hold on. What did I miss? Okay, first cam. Josh says, I still have mine. 35 millimeter Honeywell Pentax, I think, from 67. Nice. Beautiful, beautiful. Here's something I've been trying to figure out. If I use proxies to train someone in Resolve 18, can I give them an old MacBook with 4 gig of RAM with an i17? I don't think Resolve 17 will work on 4 gig of RAM very well. Can you not upgrade the RAM on that one? Because RAM ought to be cheap for that. Resolve 18 is going to require it's going to require far more RAM than that, and it may not run on that operating system that you're running. You can export your project out, and you should be able to open it with an older version that will run. But yeah, you definitely need more RAM. And amazing, it is. It's in great condition. And Tommy, thank you so much. Dylan, that sounds interesting. When was the last time you ran a roll through it? That's a great question. Gosh, I would say somewhere in the 90s, like 91 or 92 would probably be the last time. I definitely had plans to shoot because I've got everything over there to develop black and white, and I bought an EOS Rebel that was shooting some with, and I never developed. And my plan was to eventually start shooting with that again to have some fun, but it does need to have a roll through it, doesn't it? Great questions. I've got a bunch of slide film. Been like 10 years since I shot anything on my Pentax. Wow, I love slide film. I got a bunch of slides, and I scanned them all in. I bought, what was that brand? It's a really good slide scanner, B&H. I was really impressed with it. Slide scanner. It was a Plustek, yeah. And that was the one, the 8200i AI film scanner. The Plustek, and I scanned all my slides in, and then I scanned all my black and white negatives that I had. It was a lot of fun. Great questions. Ooh, Red Control Pro just got updated. I want to use my dad's old film cameras too. Do it. Do it. What or who lights you up lately? Or are you obsessed with something lately? I'm a lot obsessed with astronomy. Again, telescopes, mostly because the moon will be setting soon. And I am, right now, this week, I have been super obsessed with getting my live streams up to a much higher level. And I've got some stuff coming to hopefully help with that. I want to be able to do more with this. But I also promised more videos. I got sidetracked. I'm going to do more videos. Definitely will. Definitely will. Definitely will. So how long does the Sony FW batteries take to charge the first time? Like 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours. Those are the little ones, the FW50s. Those shouldn't take that long at all, like an hour, maybe. What do you love about your life, Scott? What's it like to live a day in the life of Scott Balcom? Is it fun? Well, I wouldn't trade it. I'm definitely not unhappy with me. I mean, there's all kinds of things I would improve. What do I love about my life? What I love right now is the freedom to be able to chase my passions, and make a go of it. And I love that my wife is so supporting of that and helps me every chance she can. Maybe not as much as I want, but yeah. And I love my family, and my life is pretty good. I love my dog. He's a chill pup, although he's got arthritis now, which is really sad because he's not that old, but Pyrenees don't last very long. They tend to age out at like 10 or 11, and he's like 6.5, so he's starting to get old. Maybe he might be older. What's it like to live in a day in the life? Well, Scott gets up at 6:30. I almost shot a video, dude. I almost shot one because I was like, I promised I would get more videos. I was like, let me do a day in the life. But I needed to do some calls, and I didn't know how that was going to work. I knew I wasn't going to record that, but I know how much time I would have to spend on that stuff, so I didn't do it. But I get up at 6:30. I'm out here about 7:30 in the morning. Dog comes out with me everywhere I go. We usually will come in here and do something for an hour or two at this table. And we'll clean up a little bit, straighten up, line up for projects, go back to the edit area and edit, work on that stuff, and try to line up what I'm got work on next, and try to get a little more calls in with some clients to get some more work. That's about it. And then wife gets home about 6, and from here I usually leave out of here at 6 and go straight in. We have dinner, and then we come and watch TV in there in the screening room. Miki 35 or Sigma 35? I'm going to say Sigma 35. I like the Sigma 35 over the Minky 35. The 35 is not bad. It just got a little quirks to it, but the Sigma is full frame, so it's a big win there. Now, if you're talking about the Minky full frame 35, I don't know. I don't have those. That live stream process is interesting, Scott. Don't worry, one step at a time. You'll be worth the wait. Thank you. I really want to get an equatorial mount and start doing stacked astrophotos. I mean, the one that I have is really, really good, but there is one coming out, Josh, that will be out in. It should be towards the end of this month. It is the Skywatcher Star Adventurer GTI, and it is a simple star tracker, similar to. Well, there it is. Let me take your picture off. You can see the star tracker right in the bottom, right next to my name. Just to the right of my name is that's the Star Adventurer 2i. The GTI does both azimuth and equatorial, so it can track for, I think, maybe 60-second exposures, maybe longer. You can also guide it. So that thing with a tripod is only $740. And I am really interested in that because that is very portable. I love my little Star Watcher. It's great, but you're not going to get longer than, say, a 30-second exposure, even with guiding, because it doesn't have the ability to do alt, not equatorial, azimuth. Alt. It doesn't have the ability to go up and down. So you will lose that. But yeah, check out the Skywatcher Star Adventurer GTI. And I think the tripod is worth it myself. What is my number one goal for next year? I want to double my revenues next year. I want to be way busier. Way busier. So the secret to life is find a supportive wife. That is helpful. Find someone in your life that is super supportive of you. That's what you need. You need someone to help you through the low times and to enjoy it when you're in the high times. Wait, how do you wake up at 6:30 if you are up shooting the moon at night? Do you sleep? I don't sleep much. Don't sleep much. When I'm shooting the moon, I'm in bed by 1:30, 2 o'clock. When I'm shooting astrophotography, soon, once the moon goes away, then I will be setting it up and going to bed and waking up in the morning and collecting all my goodies. Yeah, I don't sleep that much. I take about 5-6 hours of sleep. It is helpful if you have a supportive shorty. Tyler Edwards just got here. What'd I miss? Well, it's been a fun one today. How you like this lens? You like this lens? This is a 65 millimeter. On Komodo. You missed a lot. Let's see here. Gaming, I have to agree. This is, do you have any favorite focal lengths? What do you use for keying? I will definitely look that one up. I mean, if you don't want to get the GTI, then the 2i one is pretty cool. It has an app, so it's Wi-Fi based, so you can do all stuff. But the GTI is also a go-to, which means once you polar align it, then you can tell it to go someplace, and you're going to get really close to it. And that's what I like. My telescope there, you can see, is sitting on the EQM 35 Pro, which is a 22-pound max weight this tracker. As equatorial, full equatorial with correction in it, but it doesn't have periodic error correction though. But with a guider, I should be able to get 3-minute shots out of it. Where I would go from that one, I would go to the EQ6R, which is like $2,000. But yeah. King says it was 50 millimeter on full frame, Lewis, but now I'm fixed on 35 or 85. 85 is pretty on full frame. I like that. I'm going through the same patch, but closer to 28 and 88. Wow. Just really sending it on the ends. 50 millimeter was my favorite for a while. I never really liked 50, and I would almost be willing to bet is because I was stuck at 50 on that camera for so long. Because all I had was 50 and 135. I could never do a wide shot. And it's kind of funny. So I don't like 50. It's everyone calls it the nifty 50. I don't like 50s. In fact, I do own 150, but I never shoot at 50. Even on my like 50 to 100 and the 24 to 70 and the 24 to 105, I am never shooting at 50. I just don't like it. Can't go wrong with Sigma, and it's great value. It is, I mean, Sigma is a tough lens to beat. It's just really good. And with the photo line, they are color matched and they have the same coatings as the cinema line. You're not losing anything, just size. John says, what's your favorite looking HDR graded film and favorite traditional film grain film? If you had unlimited budget for your masterpiece, which would you choose? Well, the HDR graded, it's kind of tough. I do like the Blade Runner, the new Blade Runner. Favorite film grain film? I would say Close Encounters of the Third Kind. What's the Hateful Eight? I really love that. 2001: The Space Odyssey. Yeah, all of those I have seen on celluloid, and I've also seen them all somewhat recently on celluloid. Really, really love those movies. That'd be my treasure. And if you had a limited budget for your masterpiece, which look would you choose? I would probably end up with the HDR. I like film a lot, but I have this tendency on everything that I shoot that I use the entire dynamic range of the deliverable. I love filling it up, and you know that the whole ultra dark trend that everybody's doing right now. I watch it, I enjoy it, but I don't crave it, and that's not me. Now, I mean, I have to do what the client wants, so when the client says I gotta do it, I gotta do it. But when I'm in charge, man, I Walter Mitty the hell out of that. Super, super wide dynamic range. And that was shot on film, but really saturated. I love saturated colors. I just don't know why. But that's me. Man, it's getting cold in here. It's getting cold in here. 50 is very normal looking, great for when that is needed. Yes, that's true. Lewis, fun lenses, Nikon Noctua 58. Noctua? Noctua 58.95. Gosh, that's shallow. Picked my choice, Blade Runner, all great picks. Very cool. Very cool. I did the Hateful Eight because that was basically the last film that was shot in film that I saw in film, and I got to see it in the 70 millimeter, and I loved it. Loved it. But it was so hilarious listening to people in the theater going, hey, God, it's flickering. Why is it flickering? Keaton, that sounds like a razor sharp lens, but how do you keep it in focus? Or do you stop down? Well, I mean, you don't buy a .95 lens to stop down. Scott, do you color in DaVinci yourself, or do you outsource a colorist for big projects? I color my stuff myself. Big projects typically get sent out. Yeah, a lot. I mean, I am not God's gift to color. Clearly, because I'd be like, here it is in all of its dynamic range and saturation. I just love that look. The awesome thing of tech advancement is the zooms are so good compared to yesteryear. It can cover a lot. It's true. Zooms are really good. This is true. Secret Life of Walter Mitty is one of my favorite of all times, for sure. And you know, when Phil was doing his Film Color 3 LUTs, he was asking a bunch of people what were their favorite color styles, and I was like, I want a Walter Mitty. I want a Walter Mitty. I believe his response was, interesting. And then he proceeded to tell me exactly how it was shot, which is a very Phil Holland thing to do. It's interesting being a YouTuber because each job can be its own job, but it's all done by one. And that's true, unless you're a big YouTuber and you got staff. And then it's probably easier. I need to change my mindset. What primes are, because there's a lot of good zooms. It's true. It's very true. All right, 4 minutes, folks. 4 minutes, and then we'll wrap it up. Who's got any last comments? Tyler, are you going to City Gear? Let me know. If you have enough light, you can get anything to look nice. That's true. That is true. That is extremely Phil Holland. That is why the Canon 28 to 70 f2 RF. Yep. That lens is one of the better transitional lenses from wide to telephoto. But most of those are pretty freaking boring. Like this one and this one. Those are both boring. That's the Canon one right there. That is the Sony one right there. Yep. Small chance I might fly out there. Let me know if you do. I might be able to make it happen. Is it worth the wait? So instead of well, I mean, fast. Sometimes fast is the way to go. I mean, if you're running and gunning it, there's no replacement for a zoom. No replacement of a zoom. It is always out of stock. Yes, it is, King, and I don't know why. All their lenses are, honestly. What do you eat with steak? Any sides or just the steak? My favorite thing, if I'm on keto, is we do fresh green beans with onions and mushrooms. So saute the onions, and then you saute the mushrooms, season those up really nicely, put them together in the green beans, and then you get a really nice, flavorful combo. But I mean, also mashed potatoes is really hard to beat with steak. But I can also do like squash. If you cut up a bunch of squash and then saute that, season that up nice. Yeah. If you can find one, hook a cinematographer up, Scott. I don't have a connection for one. Let me see. Let me see if I do. Nope, that was not the right link. Y'all are just trying to get me to go past 6 o'clock. I know how you guys operate. Let's see. I think they do. Let me see. Oof. And let's see the status. Okay, I found you one. It's in stock. And that is Film Tools. go to Film Tools, call them up, tell them Scott Balcom sent you, and nothing will happen, but yeah, they have it in stock. They have the 28-70 f2 USM lens in stock right now. And it can be yours. Film Tools. Do it. The Film Tools is the one I always go to. Like, you look at B&H for variety, and you look at Film Tools because they likely have it in stock. But right now, everybody's like running in the cards. I can check with Joe. Let's see here. No, I'm not going to answer you. Are you going to order it, King? Because I'll let him know to put it on hold for you. But you got to go through. I can't ask you to put it on hold if you're not going to go through. Let's see here. A Hot Rod might, but I don't know if they have Canon. Do they stock Canon? I don't remember. Do you think iPhones will ever get to the limit? I think you'll emulate it. I think with some more faux trickery, it'll be to today's level, sure, at some point. Next time you're driving through Colorado, you better come to Denver, by the way. We'll grill up some nice on the Traeger. Yeah, I will definitely do that. And I will be coming through Colorado sometime this summer. Gonna happen. I saw that KBHD filmed a car review with the iPhone 13 Pro in ProRes. Wasn't even mad about it. They also were using the Kessler Kill Shock too. It looked pretty good. I said, thanks. Thank you, Scott. Enjoy your stay. Yep, I know. King leaving. King's going to order. King, if you're still there, let me know. I mean, I can have him put it on hold. He's got to let me know. Facebook Messenger would like to know if I could give them some information. No. All right. Well, it is 6 o'clock my time, and you've all been wonderful. We had a really good crowd today. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Everyone, have a fantastic weekend. Remember to support your local guy. There's links all down below if you want to buy anything for that stuff. Run and get that 28-70 f2 from Film Tools. And yeah, as always, as I like to leave it, don't let your passions center around your life. Let your life center around your passions. Bye, everybody. Just want to type bye. There we go. Have a great weekend.